The New England Patriots just got hit with the best news and the worst news at the same time. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. On the daily Patriots content, don't miss out. All you got to do, subscribe, notification bell, hit the like button, and guess what? We're popping off 10,000. Here we come. Week 1, Las Vegas Raiders. Here we come. It's going to be great. Don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button. So today, what we're going to be jumping into, first, we're going to be diving in people's thoughts on the quarterback room. We really got to talk about it, break it down. That's the first thing. Second thing is this. We're going to be jumping into the jerseys. We're going to talk, get your reaction. What do you think off the top of the episode? What are your thoughts? Good, bad? What are your thoughts? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and tell you what I think. So end of the episode, don't miss that. So jumping right into it, the NFL's 10 worst quarterback situations. Where do Giants, Browns, Saints, and the Patriots, we got to throw in rank. Now, before we get into that, I want to tell you this. I read an article just the other day talking about how people should not be looking at Drake May as taking a step in his sophomore year. He didn't do good in the preseason. He didn't do great last year. Didn't deserve the Pro Bowl. Blah, 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 whatever it might be. And I'm going to have to stand firm, stand on my soapbox, die on this hill, and say I fully disagree. I fully disagree. First, let's talk about preseason. Preseason, we have to say, how many true snaps did he get? Did he have Stefon Diggs out there? No. Okay. A lot of times, are you opening up your playbook wide to exactly what you're going to do? No. Listen, let's not forget the year the Patriots ended up going 16-0 in the regular season. They went 0-4 in the preseason. We all need to pump the brakes, okay? Drake May is going to be fine. We can't look at him and say, man, it's going to be a rough season based on the preseason. Come on now. We know better than that. Now, at the same time, you may say, well, Aaron, what about all your thoughts on Efton Chisholm? Sure, I'll give you that. But at the same time, he came in, made the most of his opportunity, not only in the game, but also in practice. Okay? Drake May has had his ups and downs in practice as well, but he's had some very good days in practice as well. Trust the process. It's going to be all right. The second thing I want to say about Drake May is this, and I will pound this to the ground because I think this needs to be said. Last year, Caleb Williams, star-studded cast. Sure, he had some older guys, but he had some great talent all around him. Offensive line, a struggle, but same with Drake May. He struggled. Did not make the Pro Bowl. Numbers were rough. Last year, Drake May, not a great supporting cast. Rough offensive line. Was thrown in there after they were like, Jacoby Brissett ain't doing the job right. They throw him in there. He's running for his life most of the time trying to make these throws. The man, sure, as a reserve, eventually makes the Pro Bowl. The man has a much better offensive line, much better weapons around him. We're talking Stefon Diggs, Mac Hollins, Kayshon Boutte. Him and they both have a connection, which is great. Travion Henderson. I'm hoping Ramondre Stevenson steps it up this year, but a much better cast. And I am to believe he's going to have a worse season. I don't believe so. And schedule, we didn't even say that. Schedule, much more favorable than last season. And you're trying to tell me, these experts are trying to tell me he's going to have a rough year? No, I disagree. Love to see your rationale behind it without talking preseason, all that jargon. But anyways, what are your thoughts, Drake May? As we jump into this, I'm going to start with the good news. Don't look at number 8, number 9. Nope, there we go. Number 8, we got the Dolphins. And we go all the way down. We trek all the way down to number 3, Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor. Now, I want to say that this article, the reason I say it's good, it's good news and the worst news, is because the good news is there's 2 teams in the AFC East that ranked worse than the Patriots. And that's Justin Fields, because a lot of people are like, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him under Aaron Glenn in his first year at the helm for the Jets. And then Tyrod Taylor, similar. More experienced, though, than a Joshua Dobbs, a true backup journeyman. And so when it comes down to it, I get that. A lot of question marks there. Same with the Dolphins. Again, it's good to see, hey, Zach Wilson, failed pick, for sure. Failed pick for the Jets. Making his way back to the AFC East. Quinn Ewers, And I got to just say this. If you watch college football, if you're watching the Texas-Ohio State game, I'm sprinkling this one in as just a fun freebie. If Arch Manning is so good, why didn't he start in front of Quinn Ewers? Quinn Ewers, not ideal. Tua, a lot of concern when it comes to concussions, injuries. Understand why they're at 8. Now, Drake May, sure, he has to continue to prove himself. And I'm not going to go out there and tell you that Joshua Dobbs and Tommy DeVito are the best backups, but at least they have experience that they bring along with them as well. You're not going to get think of Brian Hoyer, one of the GOATs I'm a Michigan State fan. That's why I always say that. If you don't know the inside joke, love me some Brian Hoyer. Loved him at Michigan State. Fun times with him. And if you would have asked me when he was at Michigan State that he would have had as long of NFL career as he did as an undrafted free agent, I would have laughed at you. But Brian, you're my dog. Representing the Spartan dog. Anyways, you look, there's a similarity between backups that's common. They're typically very, very high IQ, very smart guys that can really look at a playbook, ingest it like that, and they're good to go. I think you have that in Joshua Dobbs. I'm not telling you he's the best backup out there, but I think Tommy DeVito as well has that ability and has a little flair to him. And again, if Josh McDaniels says, these are the guys I want, listen, I'm listening to a man that has a track record like Josh McDaniels. It's as simple as that. So again, the good news, yeah, there's teams that you look at their quarterback rooms, and I would tell you, yeah, in our division, for sure, not as good as the Patriots. But then at the same time saying, do I agree? Do I agree that the Patriots have one of the bottom 10 when it comes to quarterback rooms? Because that's what this ranking is. It's just not the starter. It's the holistic view of the quarterback room. I would disagree, but again, I'm biased. And so again, you get the good news with the kind of the rough news, not the ideal news. So again, what do you think? Comment below on these rankings, just your thoughts going into the season. Do you agree with the Patriots here or the Dolphins or the Jets? What are your thoughts? And break it down for me. Would love to hear from you. Now, next up, we're going to jump into the jerseys, guys. The Nor'easters. First comments, because anyone who watches my show knows I'm a glass half full type of guy. I'm a positive person. And I pride myself in that because, again, it goes a long way. Now, helmets, I'm going to start off with. Love the helmets. I truly do. Truly do. I think they look sharp. I think they look clean. I really like them. The pants, also like a lot. Think they're fresh. Think they're clean. Now, the jersey itself. I'm not going to go out there and tell you it's a gray because I know it's not truly a gray. I don't know the specific color of it, but it's almost like a bluish gray. Again, if my wife were standing right here, she would be very upset. I could not tell you the exact color that it is. She would be very upset because, boom, she could tell me like that. I should have brought her on as a guest appearance, a guest star, and to tell us what this color is. But again, I'm not a fan of grays. I'm just not. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Now you look at it. I picked this picture just because I like that side helmet. I really like the helmet. As I said, the jersey, the NE right here, I'm not crazy about. Give me the Patriot helmet or the Patriot right here. I'm sorry, the logo on the helmet. Shoot, even do the old school logo with the old school logo on the shoulder too. I don't know, but not a huge fan of that. We look at it from the front, and for some reason, I'm getting like Civil War vibes more than Nor'easter vibes. I get the NE to represent Nor'easter, and maybe they'll grow. Maybe it'll grow on me. And as I look at it more, it's not as gray. It's more of a bluish. But again, the helmets, I love. Really like the helmets. Pants, I think, are great. The jersey, I just think it needs to grow on me. And I don't want this ad. Get this ad out of here. Again, you can see the contrast. So Marcus Jones right here, you can see the contrast in his headband, that blue compared to this. I like that dark, like clean cut, blue. So again, helmets, cash money. Jerseys, I think they have to, they got to grow on me. They got to grow on me. What are your thoughts? See, look at that. Look at that. Sharp helmet. Comment below. What are your thoughts? Maybe you're like, Aaron, you're an idiot. They look beautiful. That's fine. Listen, we all have our opinions. What's yours? Let's hear it. Again, helmets, bomb, pants, great. Jerseys, still thinking over. Not crazy about right now, but maybe they'll grow on me. So tell me your thoughts, Patriots Nation. Love to hear from you guys. Again, comment below your thoughts on the whole quarterback situation going into the season. Are you high on Drake May? You in the middle? Again, obviously we got to wait and see, but I think there's a lot of evidence that suggests that he's not going to have a slump. He's not going to do worse. How are you going to do worse with a better cast, better offensive coordinator, better schedule, all these different things? Comment below. Love to hear from you. Tell me what you think on the jerseys. You guys rock. Again, helmets, money. Those helmets, money. Love them. Fresh. Talk to you later. Hit the sub button. Peace.